right, whoever first insisted Tim's a boomer is correct.
I am 40, dude. No, I'd be Generation X at the worst.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 30 next year.
Dude. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
you're catching up.
Oh yeah, you are kind of on the fringe of X and millennial, aren't you?
Yeah, I was born in 83, so usually millennial starts in either 82 or 83. So Tiffany's like right at the end of X.
Because I'm old.
Yeah,
Got it. But you're young at heart.
that's right.
Yes. I am younger
That's
at
why
heart
you
than
hate
Tim.
subtraction.
It is true. Fucking
That's
hate
true.
subtraction.
Well, yeah, so my grandparents were fucking old in their 40s, and I'm just following suit. Like the gear/Foles genes, we just age exponentially faster than everybody else. So by the time I'm 60, I'll actually be like 90 years old.
Whoa.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like you got some inbreeding in those genes.
Dude, probably. I am apparently, according to my DNA thing, I am 50% German. That's a pretty high percentage, I feel like.
I see.
You know. Although not as high as Conan O'Brien, he was 100% Irish. And they were like, he was like, how am I 100% Irish? And the doctor was like, inbreeding? There's no other way to be 100% anything.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
Purebred, right there.
Purebred. Inbred is more like it. It's like the Amish. They're all inbred at this point, too. So funny.
Yeah.
Poor bastards.
They always say Sweet Home Alabama, Sweet Home Irish.
Yeah. Yeah, Sweet Home Ireland. I mean, it is a small island.
I feel like if enough generations passed, you're bound to meet someone.
Oh, for sure. I would say if you're like, let's say you're mostly English, I would say that, like, if England, I would say, like, if you're mostly English and you marry somebody else that's mostly English, especially if you're from like the same general like vicinity of England, there's a pretty good chance that you're only separated by, you know, so many generations.
Well, and I would say,
At this point.
I would even say, like, at this point, if you marry somebody who is of like the same race as you, then you are going to be related. Like, Tim and I are related. It's like multiple generations back. But
My ancestry is mostly German and hers is mostly,
I'm
you're
a
kind of
Muslim.
mixed. Yeah. So, I mean, who the fuck knows? You never know.
Yep.
You really have to like cross the line and be like, all right, I'm going to marry somebody from China to like guarantee there's no mixing,
yeah,
or Africa or like anywhere aside from Europe, especially Northwestern Europe.
I mean, if you go far back enough.
Yeah.
yeah, Silas doesn't have to worry about being related to anyone.
Why? He an alien? Oh, he's a Vulcan. That's fair. Yeah.
Won't have that problem.
It's fair.
Okay,
Shall we play some D&D?
yeah, let's play some
No.
D&D. Only 45
should
minutes
talk.
late. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll make it.
I'm done.
It's gonna be a super short session,
Yeah.
which is fine. You
So, are we killing stuff?
poop yourself
Can we
Let's
kill
get on a
things?
ship and go.
if you get on a ship and go. Okay. So, quick recap. Last session, you made your way back from Phanovus back to Avanvon to the wonderful continent of Ralios, finding that you had been gone for many more days than maybe you assumed you were, and also that Soli Clone as well as Kea were now being taken care of by this various council, and you were immediately brought to a meeting of the representatives of the Severius Octagon, where you learned a few things, maybe, But most importantly, that Nemu saw 2 scrying orbs within the room, as well as the person who was saying that they were Aramis was actually not. Dorus figured out that it was his master, or what do you call it? Person who guides you.
Yeah, it's just like the mentor that
Yeah,
brought
your
me into the
mentor.
council.
That's a better word. The senior arcanist Morgan. So you were able to gather up some reports from them, as well as a couple of journals that they had created, and a bag of spells as a thank you from Cohen, whom was the arcanist from the Abjuration School, and he had been having his magic totally fucked over by the engine that you all destroyed. So, you... Huh? What I said? You found the spying orbs. You did, and you destroyed them. Okay, cool. So... I don't know, why does this gaming category auto-filter to DnD MMO? Does it?
Yeah, your category is set to Neverwinter.
I don't know how to change that.
Because you can't, because nobody streams D&D. You're the only person on YouTube right now streaming D&D. So they don't know how to categorize it.
So it automatically categorizes me.
Yeah, Neverwinter is...
No, I don't think D&D as like tabletop is considered a gaming category.
Okay, I'll have to look that up and change it. Because I don't know, I think I just had it in gaming.
Well, nobody plays Neverwinter either, so it's not gonna matter.
Like, literally the only option I had was gaming.
You're probably the only person streaming in Neverwinter as well. You and the one boomer that won't give it up.
I don't think I can change it while I'm doing things on YouTube. I can in Twitch.
That's the complaint everybody says about why so many people have switched to YouTube, is the like streaming tools suck. That's what
Yeah.
everybody complains about. And all YouTube would have to do
Category game.
is improve like their streaming, and everybody would switch to it. But they don't do it for whatever reason. It's so bizarre.
Gaming.
You could do...
I probably just wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, okay, so there is a list, so you can go in after the fact. It just doesn't... Yeah, that's all going to be under video gaming.
There's no tabletops.
Yeah, there isn't.
Yeah. Oh, there's D&D. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of weird. That's like probably do not disturb or something.
Probably. Dungeons and... Okay.
Did that say doggy style? Oh, Daggerdale. Okay, that was like not even close to what I was
I
saying.
have many concerns about why you would see that.
I saw DO. I thought it was G. Well, I saw DGG, and then an S.
Okay. Put me in Dungeons and
We've
Dragons
already
Online.
established I'm a boomer. I can't see well either anymore.
Okay. Anyway, either way, so you met up with Morgan after the fact, had a private conversation. He was still pretty dodgy, and then you made your way out to go shopping if you needed to, pick up swords.
Did you mention I dispelled orbs? Okay.
One of the first things that were said.
I know. And then you made it to spend some time with Cuppy at the Noble's Brew Tea Room. So I know, Silas, you went ahead and sold some stuff or bought some stuff, bought daggers. If there was anything that y'all wanted to buy, we can just wave a hand and say, yes, I went and bought healing potions, or I went and sold all my shit that I've been sitting in my inventory for the last year. If that's something that y'all want to do.
I will buy 2 healing potions.
I don't even know if I have any money. What's going on here?
I'm getting rid of a crossbow, a leather armor, and a mace for 40, so 20. Hold back to me.
Okay. Yeah, so if you're selling off any of your old inventory, whatever the listed price is, you're doing half of that. You get half of that back.
I'm just curious, as Nice, having been gone for so long, I'm watching them exchange things. What's on these coins? Like, what does a gold coin look like in these parts? Is there a big teddy bear on it? I don't
There is not a teddy bear. The gold coin is
No, but there is a titty bar.
Continuing onward.
Game's gonna take like 6 hours if you keep going, Tim.
Well, I'm just excited.
so now now we've got him rolling, and it's just not going to stop. The gold coins have if you look at Antora and you see the shape of the but they kind of have like their little 5 like pinwheels lakes. The gold here has that mark.
Cool.
But there is a standard weight for gold coins, but depending on where you are, I mean, you'll see a mix of gold coins from all of the different families, but that is the one specifically for me.
But I'm good. I can't shop. I have no pockets.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All
Hey,
right.
nice. Hold this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't.
I know I could do that. Mage hand. Huh?
Oh, that's true. As long as it's under what, 5 pounds?
Yeah.
I'll give you a 6-pound object.
Yeah.
No. Defeated.
Rollbook says 50 coins weigh a pound, so each one's like 9 grams, but you can carry 250 coins with your hand then.
So if you just keep your mage hand out, you can just carry like a handful of gold, because that's never going to go wrong. Pickpocket is just like, ooh, free gold.
Is Mage Hand invisible? Or is that just for like tricks to rogues?
I think that's Leaderman's mage hand is
That's-
invisible.
Yeah, this just is a spectral floating hand.
Yeah.
So, ghostly.
It'd just been funny if just a bag of coins just floating down the street.
It's amazing.
Imagine it looks exactly like Nice's actual hand that we would see when Nice is standing there, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I've imagined myself as like just a blob, an amorphous blob. So if a hand was to come out of me, I think it would literally be my mage hand.
That's just weird on all kinds of levels. I'm trying to imagine just this blob, this spectral blob in this one hand. And it's just below the elbow. Like maybe half of the forearm. So weird. Okay.
Does it like connect to the body? So it's just like a weird elongated arm.
Well, no, because then the hand has to move away from me. So it's like I shoot a hand out of my blob
So it just stretches with you.
for a bit, and then it snaps free, and it's just this.
It's so disturbing.
Can
Okay.
you have more than one hand?
No.
Just imagining all hands.
I know. Oh, that's so masked one. Okay, so anything anybody wants to buy, anything you want to sell, if there's specific things that we need to find, then let me know. Otherwise, potions, healing potion 50, greater healing, I think we had adjusted that price to like 150 or something like that. And then yeah.
I could buy that unless I want to waste all my gold.
Y'all need more gold. Y'all need a sponsor.
Or I can whore myself out as some sort of oddity.
I mean, you do have a freaking banknote from the Bank of Ventura.
And I'm sure those are sorts of weirdos out there that would like a young owl.
We are not accepting that money.
Or putting the owl on the street corner.
Especially a kid. Ooh, pluck my feather, baby.
Oh my god, you're so done. You're so done. Just
I'll stay muted the rest of the game.
okay.
Tim, you should not be playing a child.
This is
Yeah.
so fair. All right. Before we move on to the next morning, I want to triple check. Are we good?
I feel like you're expecting us to do something, and I just don't know what it is.
No,
you know
no,
what I mean?
because
Like, you told us like 5 times last session to prepare yourself, and I still don't know what that means. What I was supposed to do.
It means prepare yourself.
prepare yourself. Okay. So, long rest if you need one. I think Nemu does. Or did. Or did you already hit the button?
I mean, I used 2 third level spells for sending and 5th. Yeah, I always need a long rest. You're right. I'm just gonna hit long rest.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Let's do it up.
I'm recovering charges on the wand of binding. Is what that rolls for.
Okay. Early the next morning, just as the sun begins to rise, both doors, there is a gentle knock. Polite, but persistent, to wake you up. As you open the door, you see before you 2 guards per door, each of them in full heavy armor. Over it is a tabard with the symbol of the octagon. Good morning. I hope you are prepared for our trip. Please gather your things, and we will be leaving in no more than 15 minutes. We will meet you downstairs. Shut the door and allow you to gather your things. Ioe, if you are concerned, they let you know that you can bring Atomos. Silas disappeared on us.
I'm wondering how good he is on a boat. A
In
flying
the
boat at
air.
that.
In the air, yeah.
We'll be returning here after some time, right?
I have not heard of any plans on bringing you back. There is not a return trip planned to my knowledge. We'll put it that way.
They better have good stables there.
On the airship?
And our destination.
Oh, yes. The destination will be wonderful for your pet companion.
I think the word is warhorse.
Warhorse. Wait, it's a warhorse?
Don't tell him, but he's not.
Oh, okay. It is done.
Very sensitive.
The airship has an area for your warhorse. That should be sufficient during our 2-day travel. I will see you downstairs. Sure. Don't tell the horse it's not a warhorse. So you're able to gather up all of your things, and downstairs is y'all's friend Norald, and he's just sitting behind the bar with his arms crossed. There are 6 guards in his room just before he's supposed to serve breakfast. So, Dorus,
Holy crap.
I didn't know you could speak that way.
No. I was a dog the whole time.
I was totally waiting for that to stop. A little bit of
Dorus
trouble, are you?
addresses. Oh, no trouble. These are friends of mine. They work with me. They're all very well taken care of. Do we owe you anything for the rooms in the care?
I believe you've already paid. However, are you sure you're not in trouble? Are they here to, like, bring you back home? Do you have other books
No,
that are, like,
much
linked?
worse. We are. Well, yes, probably, but not this time. No, they are here to escort us on our next leg of our adventure, and we will be heading south and seeing new lands, I guess. So it should be exciting. Nothing crazy though, no trouble. They're here to make sure we follow through on our promises.
See, Dorus, you need to really be sure that when you check out a book that you return it on time. This is the kind of trouble that you can get into.
Well, as I said, this is not book trouble, but it is probably some other sort of trouble to be had.
I'm sure they'll let you know when you get there. So, anyway, good luck on your journey, and I hope to see you when you return. And I need stories. Much more stories. So,
I kind of like wave everybody towards the door, like guards and everybody, especially trying to get them out of there because I can tell he wants them out.
yeah.
And then I lean over the bar so kind of only he can hear unless someone else is sneaking in. And I'm like, do you know anything about flying airship sort of boats, like flying boats?
Okay, so I've only met like 2 people who have ever been on one, right? But they said that the ride was interesting.
I assumed as much. I've never been on one myself either, but we are going on one now, so we will find out soon enough, I suppose.
There's supposed to be an elemental on the deck of the ship.
This is how they keep it afloat, yes?
I don't know, it seems quite wrong. You would think that all these people with all of these magic powers could just wave their hand and create enough air, but they use an elemental.
I shall keep an eye out. I appreciate your ear. And I'll slip him a platinum piece
Ooh,
across the counter,
very nice.
just as like a tip.
Okay. Very nice. He waves you goodbye, and as you all leave, he quickly wipes down all the tables again and the bar and gets ready for breakfast. So as you are all leaving, the guards will just kind of surround you all, make sure that everybody is staying together. On your way to back to upper Intora. Sorry, I totally forgot where we were. As you are heading up, you see floating above the building that houses this various council representatives, a ship. It's about as large as the one that you traveled on the lake. So it's a fairly large ship. And underneath, you see clouds. Almost as if it's sitting on clouds, and every so often, sparks of lightning throughout. So the guards will immediately take you through the building that holds the various council members, up through the back. Some, like, they look probably would have been like the help stairs, the servant stairs up the back so they can stay out of sight and go between floors and do things, all the way up to the roof of the building. They load you on the boat. Already on the ship there is Cohen, Jabari, Osborne, Jovita, Oksana, Geneva, Aramis, and Batiste. They are already on the ship, as well as a couple of people that seem to be maintenance crews or some kind. And they're carrying on crates. As you bring Atomos on, one of the people who are loading up crates says, "Oh, this is the extra passenger. I've got a place set up for him. He's such a handsome boy."
As we're approaching, I'm just like telling him like, okay, be prepared. We're getting onto this ship.
He stops. Fucking stops dead. Right there, right before you're about to get on. And he's just like, there's nothing the ship is sitting on. He just stops and snorts at you.
I know I have my hesitations with the storm going on down there.
The lightning crackles and he just backs up.
I think we both back up in that moment.
He grabs your shirt and just starts pulling you backwards. It's like, nope.
I'm sure they've done this hundreds of times before.
Oh, we
And
have
I
apples and
just
carrots.
I just look at one of the people like, they know what they're doing, right?
Absolutely. There should be towels and dry. Or use that one right there on the floor. Get it before it soaks in the carpet. Yeah, we've already prepared. We have fresh hay, we have apples, we have carrots, we have everything that he would need.
Just pull out a sugar cube that I got from the tea shop.
100% carrot on a stick will work. So he will slowly, very hesitantly, get on this ship and be led down as the lady is constantly promising apples and carrots. And he's just sniffing at her, trying to find them hidden within her bags or pockets, as he does. But he eventually finds the area they have set up for him. And there is a barrel of apples. Immediately, head straight down into that barrel, and all you hear is crunching.
I hope there's open fields where we're going.
Just, yeah, it's been a hot second since he's had some fresh grass.
No, just to run it off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He does need a little bit of exercise after this. So you all make your way onto the ship, and you are shown down to, specifically Soli is brought to the base rooms of the ship. Past where they're keeping Atomos, past the beds that they look like they just threw in the second first bottom floor. The ship doesn't look like it usually travels with multiple people on it. So Roos would know that it's very, very uncommon, maybe even unknown, to have all members of the representation of the Severius Octagon leaving at the same time. So there's just a lot of beds kind of like thrown in corners. But on the bottom floor, there's 4 beds, and laying in one of these beds is Soli Clone. Sitting next to them is Kaya. She looks over to you and immediately jumps up and gives you a hug. I had no idea that you were still alive. They told me. But you never know with these people. It's very odd. It's very odd. But I'm keeping great care of your sister. She seems to be doing very well. They healed her. So she's at least breathing now. But they've been
That's
keeping
good.
her sleeping.
Okay.
Because I explained
So
to them
she-
that she was a danger to herself and everyone.
Yeah, so she's still unconscious, right?
Yes, she's still unconscious. I hope that by the time that we get to the Octagon, which is the name apparently of the place we're going, because
Yep.
we name places after shapes, that they'll be able to wake her and we can start her therapies.
I hope so.
It would be great if we were able to sever the tie that she has with the masked one, but we'll do what we can.
Yeah.
But you are more than welcome to stay down here with me. There's at least comfortable beds instead of the blankets they just kind of laid over the planks upstairs.
Yeah, I think I'll stay here with you too.
Yeah. So she'll fill you in on everything that has happened since y'all parted ways. They waited for 2 more days on the lake before they made their way back. They didn't have supplies for a long stay on the sea or on the lake. And as soon as they made their way back, there were various guards at the docks waiting for them to arrive. They questioned Kea about you guys, about where you were, what you were doing. She had no clue. And they ended up taking them into protective custody because she was concerned about Clone Soli. And because it was Clone Soli, Severius were incredibly interested in keeping her around. They assumed anywhere that she was, you all would end up. So everybody boards the ship. Is there anything anybody is looking around for, looking out for, doing while they board? Besides like settling your packs and things like that?
I missed the description of the ship. What does the ship look like?
It looks like a standard like ship that you would find on water. The main difference is that it's sitting like there's clouds around the base of it. And you can see spots that are glowing around the bottom of the ship. And every so often there's like crackles of lightning. But otherwise,
so
but there's no sails. There are absolutely no sails on this ship.
Okay, so it's not an airship. It's just being driven by storm of some sort. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is an airship then, right?
It is an airship. It's no longer a water ship.
Yeah.
Horus will set his stuff up among the the lower council members, like the aides and stuff like that.
Okay.
Whether they're in nicer quarters or not, wherever that is. And then I'm just looking around the deck to see if there's any like obvious magical implements or maybe like chained up elementals or anything that looks obviously like magical powering of the boat.
Let me get you there. Touch all players.
I'm not like snooping around under the decks or anything, just on the top deck or wherever the common areas are.
Yep. I guess it would help if I actually put you.
Oh, that's a cool boat.
I'm on a boat.
Very foggy down below.
It's foggy now. This would be more so if you were like already in flight, right? But I didn't make the same boat. Okay.
Is Atomos like below deck?
Atomos is below deck. You can go down and you'll find Atomos.
Put him in a cage.
He is locked up just in case. Well, it's not. It would be more like a barn door, but couldn't immediately find it, and I was on a time crunch because of course I got distracted working on something outside until like 5. So and then I remembered that we had DnD. So this is the ship that y'all are on. Obviously, like the clouds would be around the ship itself. Ooh. And then
So cool. He has an actual like cage in the front of the inside of the boat. That's awesome.
yeah. It's got his own little private area. So the elemental is not caged. The elemental is controlled. Why is my camera being? Has it been? Whatever. It's being held. So it's not caged, but it is being held by what you can see are some kind of magical capacitors, we'll call them. Capacitors.
Like flux capacitors?
Like flux capacitors. Just like flux capacitors.
Perfect.
Look like Tesla coils.
Yeah. I mean,
Do-
we're all limited
I have
here.
do I have a banana peel to stick in one?
Huh?
Can I stick a banana peel in one?
I don't think it works that way.
Oh, well.
The boat just
true
crashes,
flux
splits to
capacitor
one
would.
side.
Yeah.
So as you board, Cohen will probably come up to you guys. Please get yourself settled. We will be departing very soon. We are probably going to be about 2 days. We're going to go as fast as we can, but there's quite a bit more weight than the ship generally takes. So just bear with us. We're going to get there as soon as we can. And he steps off into the cabin in the front. And as he walks away, you see him, or you see within many of the other members of the representatives of the Severius representatives, and they're already talking. The plank is moved away, and the ship shudders, and the elemental swells, and it begins lifting, slowly at first, and then faster and faster. The one of the council members walks over to the elemental, speaks a few words, and the ship begins heading south. After about 2 hours, is there anything anybody wants to do as soon as the ship is on?
I'm just gonna make sure Adamosa feels safe.
He is contently now not digging into the apples, but every so often just kind of takes a little bite. And because the ship is very steady, it doesn't seem to bother him at all. It's been stabled for a long time now. He's getting used to the poshness of it. Of not having to, do shit.
Oh no, he's getting lazy.
Yeah, this is just a big vacation for him. So Adamos seems settled. After about that 2 hour mark, he'll just kind of slowly relax onto one side of his body, and you just kind of hear him softly snoring as he begins to fall asleep. And about that same time, Aramis comes up to the group. Would everybody please come to the main cabin? We have some interesting news today. So as you all head into the main cabin, on the wall is a map of I keep getting both our campaigns mixed up for no reason.
Rallios.
Rallios, thank you. There's a large map of Rallios. And from the top corner, you can see there is it almost looks like a shooting star on the map itself. And it is heading south-southwest. As you enter the room, there's papers on the table, and everybody is shuffling through papers, looking through everything that they have. One of them stops, and you see the familiar glaze of eyes as it appears to be that they're getting a message. So they're communicating, like they're receiving some kind of message, and their eyes clear. She looks up at everybody. Well, there's no doubt. Whatever it is, left as we did, and seems to be heading the exact same place. Nobody is sure what it is. It originated I believe it originated from the island. Now, whether or not that is true, we don't know. We currently do not have any researchers in Cindercrest. But whatever it is can't be good. There's quite a bit of terrible things that have happened up there, which is why we have pulled everybody out. There's been stories of volcanic eruptions as well as creatures forming from the ash. Now, this thing is big, and we can only assume it doesn't mean anything good. We're trying to get some scrying on it, but everything has failed so far. Does anybody have any ideas of what this thing could be?
You said it was big?
Big.
Like, I turned to the others like, Trig big?
Is this the thing that ran away from us in the other place? I don't know.
Drig, it would have been, from the descriptions of the size of the thing, not as large as the mountain-sized Drig, but the ones that are building size at least. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to see it so clearly, even just trying to locate the item or locate the thing. But this is something completely new. And if I remember correctly, Dorus, from your notes, you had mentioned something about, like great beasts rising or something like that. These creatures of the first ones. And all I can say is I really
yes.
hope it's not one of those. Because we're not prepared for that.
We are. We're always prepared.
You said it is heading to the council or heading to the archipelago?
As you're looking at the map, it is heading straight towards, like, the trajectory. It's just a straight fucking line. And it is heading straight toward... Why do I keep clicking on the wrong fucking... like, straight toward where Mantle Crest and the Octagon sit.
It'd be like one of those monsters in the Mason Hollow.
Just so I understand right, we were supposed to go to the council for whatever reason, and then we were going to go meet them at the archipelago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you were going to the council mainly to... Because you don't need everybody that's on board at the archipelago. There is probably going to be your mentor and some actual council members that will be flying from the Octagon to the archipelago for the meeting. But the Antora family requested that everybody from the Severius Octagon leave. That there was no reason for them to be there any longer.
It would be good to send as much scouting towards this item, towards this thing as we can. I mean, we need to have eyes on what is going on. I'm not sure what it could be either. If it is indeed the Drig or an ancient creature of some sort, then the council could be in great danger. We must know this as soon as possible.
Hopefully it has nothing to do with breaking the orbs.
What orbs?
Oh shit! I said that out loud. There were like scrying orbs in the council room, and I dispelled them. But I mean, I did it without anybody noticing. But I don't know. Maybe it was like maybe. Yeah.
She looks at you very pointedly
No shit.
and says,
Mommy?
I think you're mistaken. We double checked for every possible spy in that room before we had that meeting.
Oh yeah, I have true sight though, so it's fine. I can see everything.
I say, even spies from our own court.
It's
our own allies.
I have true seeing. It's hard to cast, but I can do it.
I'm trying to suggest to her that, like, maybe some of her the people she would think is an ally are spying on them as well, that kind of thing.
Yeah, she's giving y'all a look, like a wink, wink, nod, nod. I think you are mistaken.
Wink, wink, nod, nod. I'm confused as to what that means.
Is it only council members in this chamber, or is
Yes.
the family members here too?
No, it's just the representatives and you guys in this room.
Should I have brought that up before we left?
In your head, Nemu, I'll say, well, you found the other cameras. Maybe there's cameras in this ship.
Ooh, that's a good point. Thanks. Nice. Maybe there's cameras in this ship.
Say that out loud.
Yeah, I would say it out loud. I mean, we don't know. Like, the council had stuff in theirs. It could be some, like, super sneaky, powerful person doing it. And we just don't know. I mean, they have eyes everywhere.
Aramis looks over to you.
They're even spying on you through your wand,
I
man.
really wish I had a silence spell right now that I could, like,
I know, stick
cast
on
in a
you.
5-foot radius.
You don't think
you
we've
have your
checked for that?
hand.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to presume that you don't know what you're doing, but, you know, I don't. We'll roll with sure. Sure, I'm sure you checked for that.
Good.
And I'm going to cast True Seeing again.
She casts True Seeing. And there are 2 orbs in the room.
They're gonna see you doing it, you know that, right?
Wait, go to this.
What? I don't give a shit. They're spying, like we're being spied on again.
It's visual, somatic, and material. An ointment that costs 25 GP.
Okay. So Osborne,
Is it a
Here's-
class thing that you can cast it?
No, it's a 6-level spell slot. But I don't want somebody to intercept us and kill us while we're on the ship.
the representative from the School of Divination, looks at you and just ever so slightly shakes his head.
Oh.
And just
Can I
scratches
detect
his
thoughts?
and just scratches his face and like covers his mouth. Yes, you can detect thoughts.
Is this like he's like being blackmailed or something?
So as I need to let me roll a thing. Let me roll a d20. I see you soon. And I just don't care.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I'm scared that like somebody's gonna use any like our location to do something to us. Somebody that clearly doesn't like the council. At least that's what my opinion is. So that's what I think's going on.
So
Oh, wait, that's also since this is like a feature ability, do I still have to use it like verbal somatic material?
no,
Or do I just like do it?
you just automatically do it. You just have to focus on that person and just kind of you begin like hearing and kind of feeling what they're going through their head. Just the forefront. Very forefront. Don't fuck this up. Fuck this up. We're not having chicken for dinner. Fuck this up, bird. Don't do this.
Not a chicken.
And
I
then
don't think you can hear that though, Tim.
No, for sure I can't.
I'll make him do a wisdom saving throw just so he knows like Hey, I'm probing your thoughts. Tell me what's happening here.
So he does make it. He rolled a 15 on the die. And these are like not y'all's level, but you know, pretty decent. He just kind of blinks a little bit and looks towards you, and there was like he immediately brings up this like that you hear him, or you feel his anxiety, and you hear words come out of his mouth. So if we allow this, then no harm will come to any person that is part of Severius Octagon, or anyone that they are in charge of keeping safe. And then you just, like, inside there's just like this turmoil of what the fuck is really happening. We're not going to move against you. We have no reason to. We are a neutral party in all of this. And then you just feel like a sense of resignation.
I don't know if anyone else would recognize Yaoi doing that.
Y'all don't use it a lot, so I would assume that probably not. I think Soli
And
uses
you
it
got
more
all
than
that
everybody.
from just detect thoughts?
He immediately brought up, like, he knew what it was.
Yeah. He recognized
Yeah,
it.
so he immediately brought up a memory of why this is so important.
So they're being blackmailed, basically. To, like, if they don't do this, everyone's gonna get screwed over.
Seems like it.
Do what? Send us to our death?
Being spied on.
I mean, to what end, though? That's like what I'm
And
thinking.
by
Yeah.
who?
Well,
I wonder
ensuring
if they're
that
trying
the
to get us to
Severius-
the meeting, and he's gonna try and wipe us out at the meeting.
Right.
And that's like the Severius Council is trading us off to send us to the
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, because it sounds like they're under the thumb of something or somebody really powerful, right? So
Well, it's more
Oh, they're
as-
afraid of whatever's coming from the northeast.
Yeah.
for sure, we're not afraid though. We're fucking big dicks. Let's kill this thing.
I know who I have my money on, who's spying on us.
I've got my tier set on, got my bonuses. Let's do this, man.
So
I'm fully enchanted with all my buffs.
anyway, you get the sense that they made this deal because whoever they were speaking with were afraid that they were going to move against, like the Severius Council were going to move against them. Like the Severius Council were going to take a side, and there is a lot of power within the Octagon. These are all magic. These are all people who study the arcane. So the fear was is if they weren't being watched, then they would make a move. So that was the deal. Is just to kind of prove that they're a neutral party in all of this. Even though they're escorting you guys, but y'all are all still a neutral party. So far.
So I still have my suspicion about it being the blood people. But it could also be the houses.
It could also be the house over there, the Thule. It could be them sending something too. Okay, so what's a description of this thing again? Besides big.
All
What
they've seen is
description
a
did we get?
streak. It's like a shooting star, but it's like a smoke, like just darkness, ash.
Mmm. Spicy.
Is it like a fire monster?
There has been no reports of fire, but there has been reports of ash raining down. Where would they go over?
Did the volcano erupt? Maybe it's just a giant fucking ash ball from the volcano.
Like,
Do they
that
control
flies
the
in a
volcano?
perfect straight line,
Yeah.
not losing any altitude.
Well, to be fair, like anything that just gets blasted in one direction is going in a pretty straight line.
I mean, but like staying at the same altitude.
Yeah, the same altitude is weird.
Yeah, the same altitude is weird. So let's see.
That's true.
Bentley, that area of the Thule lands, as the thing flew over, there would be reports that they did have like ash some kind fall from the sky, and there was a crackling. But it is moving at incredible speeds.
Shit.
I ask him, at the rate, do you think they will beat us to the council, or we will meet there, or we will beat them there?
We're going to try to beat it.
Is it trying to intercept us on our route there, or at the place?
They look over to the map, and like some quick discussions are had, and the little measuring tool, I know it has a name and I can't remember what it is, comes out.
Compass?
It is a compass. Yeah. Thank you. The compass comes out and they start measuring it and deciding like how fast it's going, the velocity, all of those things. I mean, it left only like 2.5 hours ago now. So they have a guesstimate. It seems it's a little bit off. If you look at the hex, it's heading anywhere between the hex to the east of the conclave to the one just west of the shore. They just don't have enough data yet. So if it's heading towards the shore, it might be trying to intercept you guys.
Yeah. It's coming for us. It's how many council members are on the ship?
There are 8 representatives.
So
Plus some aides and stuff and guards.
yeah,
and
so
there's a lot of
they're
council
trying to
people.
wipe it all out.
And the most
But they're
dangerous
not like
people.
they're not like the main council, like the highest ranking persons, right? They're just like representatives from each school.
Right. So they're fairly high up. Like they're arcanists or
Right.
like they're really high up, but they're
You're
not
cutting your legs
council.
out for under the council, though. I mean, honestly.
They're not the actual council. I mean, yeah, but why would they wait till this moment to wipe the council off the map if that was their real goal? Doesn't make any
because
sense.
it
They
makes
would
a
have done it by
badass
now.
combat encounter. I don't know. Yeah. Well, let's get going. Let's try to intercept this shit.
Well,
Let's
I don't
stop it
think
before it blows everything up.
I see no reason why it would attack the Octagon directly, since that place would be a lot more defensible than where we are currently. And we're very vulnerable in the air. Is there any defenses on the ship?
We do have weapons that are charged by the elemental, but the weapons themselves, we cannot power the ship and the weapons at 100% capacity both at the same time.
So you either move or you fire?
With the weight of the ship currently, we would be to about 30% speed. We
Is there a way to
can.
like cloak ourselves in the air?
I mean, blow at the sails really hard. Oh wait, there's no sails. Shit.
2 of the representatives kind of look at each other. We could air elemental. So elemental. A couple of the representatives look at each other and we could empower the ship to make it move faster, but we will both be out of commission during the entire time. And we all have magic. That is our defense. We haven't been able to create a spell that can protect the entire ship and move at the same time.
Is there a way to move that cloud that's pulling us up? Move it all around us to hide us in the air.
Yes, we can try to hide in the clouds. Okay.
I'm gonna start taking the time right now to summon my griffin before, since it's a 10-minute cast time.
Raisin is now.
Is this happening today? I thought we still had like a day and a half till whatever. No?
Yeah, it's happening in a day.
Yeah, it's not happening in like 10 minutes, Tim.
So he's saying it
It
takes
could-
him
I
10
say-
minutes, but it stays summoned. So it's just somebody that can hang out.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I vote we have them use today. Use everybody who can help's magic powers to push the boat faster and try and beat them to the council, and then in the morning, see where we're at and how far away that thing is, or if it's met us already, I guess. But I think we should push it and try and beat them there.
We'll have to stay
my-
extra vigilant at night.
Yes. So,
Because
It's-
my thinking is, if we have to mount a defense, we'd be better off doing it on the ground with all the help of all the council and the local people there, than the 30 of us or whatever on the boat. And we're flying and all this other stuff too.
I assume like the Octagon is like a magical fortress.
It's more like a magical university, but there's a lot of people there that could definitely help us more than who we have on the boat, I think. Unless they're selling us out, in which case we're screwed either way.
I feel like we're being double crossed by the council. That was not out loud.
no, of course not. I have no. I need.
I'll just straight up ask Aramis. I'll tell him what I just said. It is my thinking that we should push all day today to try and get as far ahead as we can. See if we are going to make it, and rehash tomorrow if we need to actually fight before we get to the council. This is my thinking, Aramis. What do you say?
I think that we're going to have a long night. If we have two of our members trying to help power the ship at all times, we might be able to beat them.
Is it a better gamble than slowing down and preparing to fight? I mean, those seem like our two choices, yes?
It also might mean that the creature has the cover of night on its side when it attacks.
I don't disagree with your assessment. I think that is what we will do. We'll have.
Anyone else? Of course, anyone else has opinion, please chime in. We'll be happy to listen to all thoughts on this matter before we take action. But I think it'd be best to try to get to the council as quickly as possible and get assistance there.
Yeah, Batiste is just like staring at the map. And just. I think we'll know more in a couple of hours. But there's no reason that we can't put as much speed on this ship as possible. I am not liking what I'm seeing here. This thing is big, it's moving fast. But as of yet, it hasn't changed its trajectory. I just don't know why or who. I don't remember reading in any of your notes that any of the people that we had done research on were stationed in or around that area. Am I misremembering anything?
Is he talking about the northeast corner of the map?
Yeah, so Cindercrest.
But there may have been expeditions at some time in history, but I would say probably not recently.
So this could be another person, entity, thing? Because I don't
Because
know
it could be
any
creature,
of the families.
it could be magical conveyance similar to what we are on. It could be anything as far as we know. We don't have any intelligence right now.
We also don't know what its goal is. If it's coming after the council members, the Octagon, or us.
This is the problem. My main concern is that at this very moment, you are the most wanted people in Rallios. And apparently, also in a celestial realm. And I believe we've made a mistake by transporting. No offense. I say we drop them at Archipelago. The rest of the representatives just look.
If that creature catches up to you, you won't have us to defend you.
But I also think you're not on the ship. We have a better chance of
It will come-
surviving.
It will come after us instead of the ship. Then at that point, is your conjecture? Yes.
And if any of the families show up early, the Archipelago, they get to deal with it.
Well, it is much closer. We could definitely beat it there. I'm certain.
But what happens when it doesn't come after us?
Yeah, I mean, if it still comes for you guys, I mean, no offense, but you're all kind of dead.
And you think 4 people on a boat
Has he?
in the sky is going to save us all.
Yep, probably. That's why we're so wanted.
It is for the safety of the council members. I'm on board with this.
Well, I can always use my trusty Griffin or Pegasus, whatever we need, to transport us back to shore.
Yep, and I got a dragon.
Probably summon a Pegasus because its flying speed is 90, so it'd get us back to.
Geneva speaks up. You have a what?
Well,
You want to repeat
Uh,
that?
yes, a dragon. Well, technically, it's a draconic spirit, so doesn't stay for long.
Like with wings and
With
can
wings.
fly and
And
shit.
can fly. Yeah, and fire. And so,
So we have a griffin. We have a dragon. We have one of you guys has wings. Some of us have slow fall. And you just want to toss him overboard and hope the thing doesn't chase us? I'm just trying to look out for the safety of everybody. I just think it's safest. Absolutely fucking not. They have a dragon.
So these are the members arguing with themselves?
Yes.
Is that what's happening right
Yeah,
now?
for sure. For sure. They are arguing within themselves. Okay. So let's just bring this down a notch. We have to get Soli's clone to safety.
There's the 4th person they could be after.
Yes.
Oh, the clone's on the boat with us too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that. It's bad.
Yes. The clone is in
I
the
did not
very
know that.
bottom of the boat.
I thought we left her back there.
No, that's the whole reason you're going. Was 2 reasons, but the main reason you're going to the Octagon.
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't think we should leave Sully Clone on the ship with you if we were
Yeah, I don't think
if you were
so.
gonna kick us off.
Okay. You can have her. Like, stop! Fucking stop. We're going to the conclave, and we're going to get there sooner than whatever that is.
Well, also, how far away is the conclave?
Just under 2
Halfway
days.
down the continent.
Just under 2 days. I could always fly. Okay, so I can fly. I can make my thing fly at 100 feet.
Imagine the ship can go a lot faster than
Yeah,
that.
the ship is stupid fast.
So, okay. So I was just trying to think if there's a way for me to go ahead and like take people ahead off of the ship was kind of my thought. That's fine. Yeah, we don't have like a way to teleport. But I can't cast my spell on an object, unfortunately. My traveler spell, it only goes on creatures. That's what I was looking up. It'd be awesome if I could have enchanted the ship to travel 10 feet faster. Just a little bit of extra oomph.
Also, I don't know if your summon is immune to like exhaustion, but you would be flying over an ocean.
No, I don't think it matters. It doesn't say shit about that.
So,
It's like your horse. I mean, it doesn't really have feelings in reality. You just kill it and it comes right back.
Atomos is not a summoned creature.
Oh, it's not? Oh, well, you know. Atomos is he's the weakling of the bunch.
Atomos
then.
is a real boy.
I've got a creature that can just do whatever I want.
I imagine that it says if it doesn't say he's immune to exhaustion, it can get exhausted.
Probably. So, Jovita, at the last statement, walks out to the deck of the ship and immediately goes over to where the elemental is being. And she just puts her hands out and begins speaking. Well, that does that. And you feel the ship like suddenly jolt a little bit as it immediately increases in speed. You eventually settle into it. So, we're going to try as much as we can and get as much speed out of this fucking flying tree as we can. And then we either make it or we die. Somebody who's feeling lucky, roll me a D100. Is anybody feeling blessed by the gods of fate? Sully's just like, nope.
I rolled a 25. Does that matter?
Well, there's that. That's
How
that in the
about-
group.
One of us rolls a D100 and one rolls a D10 and we'll add them together.
Too late. You already rolled.
No.
Too late. Okay. So, while the race is on, is there anything y'all want to do?
Can I like add some NOS to the ship?
Yeah.
Put some nitrous oxide in this bad boy.
Do you have any elemental spells?
Is it a VTech? No, I'm not helping shit.
Oh, okay.
I've already blown two high level spells. Like, I'm not exhausting myself before we have to potentially fight.
Okay.
These guys better have this shit on their own. However, by the way, my steed is a spirit, so no, I would imagine it doesn't get fucking tired. Unless you imagine spirits get tired. Nice, do you get tired?
No.
Okay. Nailed it.
Wait, what's tired?
Can you get the exhausted condition?
No.
Okay, so the summoned creature will not get exhaustion, but anybody on it will. Yeah. If you stay up there the entire time. Okay, so the race is on. I will give you approximately
Is there a way we can strap a bomb to my steed and I'll just send it in the direction? I mean, so I can communicate with it for up to a mile, but I can just tell it to head in a direction. I'll lose communication, and then we may see a giant explosion in the sky. Does that work?
Can you make a bomb?
I don't know. Can we put our heads together and make a bomb?
I will let y'all figure that out. I'm gonna take a restroom break.
That's fucking hilarious.
You're gonna suicide bomb your griffin?
Can't you just respawn him?
I
Whenever?
can just respawn him. Yeah, it just takes
Yeah.
10 minutes. It doesn't
It's
matter.
like a spectral griffin.
He does what I say. It's fine. Yeah, I don't
Probably
know.
actually likes it when you strap a bomb to him.
Yeah,
I don't think I have a spell. I don't think I have anything strong enough to make something like that work anyway.
Yeah, I don't have a bomb.
Maybe if I
I
like,
don't have a bomb.
Yeah.
if we have like a gunpowder keg, I could like put like
Oh,
a
yeah.
fire rune on it.
Yeah. Do we have on the ship? Are there any can we strap all these stupid flux capacitors to it?
Okay,
So-
this feels like I need a beer.
Yeah, you definitely need a beer.
Okay, do not take apart the ship that's making it fly.
It's fine. It'll go into the water and just sit there. It won't do anything.
So we're gonna make it miles inland by sea.
Yeah, so I guess I'll ask everybody on the ship if there's anything on the ship that's incredibly explosive.
This can only go wrong.
I mean, if everybody's off and we're all like, whatever.
So, everybody. Okay, first off, there's no gunpowder.
Oh,
Everything is run by the power of the elemental. This is
It's
a
all
massive
magical,
elemental.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a very big elemental. Everything else, is done through the ship itself. Like literally, the
does
ship
this
is an
elemental
engine.
have like strong gasoline piss? Okay.
It took me a second to translate that.
Yeah, like oil. It has like elemental oil.
No,
Okay. No gasoline. There's nothing in the veins that we can tap into.
no. So,
Well, shit. Sorry, guys, no bomb.
but y'all do have a bunch of random shit.
I
Like
have
what?
alchemist supplies.
Are we
So,
still trying to make a bomb?
yeah, so you do have alchemist supplies. You may still have some of the crystals from Mindrum Mountains.
Oh, shit.
I still have all those gemstones.
Yes. So they do degrade over time, but they still should have some oomph. You have, what else do you guys have? You
I
have
have forest truffles.
you have force truffles?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck was a force truffle? Why was that 50 sessions ago?
You can make
There's like mushrooms
force-
growing on the, yeah.
Oh, that
Like,
was the fucking pigs.
You make it into oil, and it pushes people back when you hit it with it.
Okay. So there you go. So that's a thing. So y'all have shit. Ish.
Is there a way I could experiment with combining the hold rune and a fire rune to make it like a
Oh.
glyph of warding?
A glyph of warding. Oh, you've got like 20 hours to try and figure this shit out. Okay. Let's do some rolls.
Oh, boy. I think somebody else should roll.
You're going to roll intelligence for me.
Me?
EOA.
Is it Arcana?
We can do Arcana.
Cool, I have advantage.
Yeah, now you can't use it.
That is a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Nice. Here comes the bomb, baby.
Now, I need you to roll sleight of hand.
Oh no.
Mm.
So
Oh,
my plan was to like try and carve this onto like a rock for now and just see what happens if I chuck 2 rocks at each other off the ship in midair.
You're flying over residential areas.
I mean, it's just a small little fire rune. It's not explosive.
Okay, so
Yeah, we're setting off fireworks for the kids below.
so the plan is in place with the Arcana roll. Now, sleight of hand to see if you can implement it.
Okay. 15.
It's not terrible. So this takes some experimenting. And it's a little concerning that you're trying to make explosives on a flying ship.
No, it's 100% stable. We've already gone over that. It's got flux capacitors. You can't do anything to it. It's a fucking impervious elemental, apparently.
I didn't say the elemental was impervious, nor did I say the ship was. The ship is the engine. The ship is literally the
It's
engine.
fine. He's got this. It's fine.
So my plan was, since the fire rune like basically wraps fiery chains around something, so I was gonna try and capture a rock midair with another rock.
Okay. So you have your hold rune. So your hold rune is holding, like, as soon as you finish the fire rune, it's holding that spell in place. That's what's happening? What is the trigger mechanism to make this explosion happen?
Contact.
Just
Like
contact.
basically how the hold rune works.
Okay. How smart is your griffin?
So I'm probably gonna do Pegasus because it's faster.
Okay.
Let me pull it up. Hold on.
For some reason, I feel better about blowing up a griffin than a Pegasus.
Well, the Griffin is a monstrosity. The Pegasus is a celestial, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
I could do the medium monstrosity, the Periton. Those are actually chaotic evil.
And they're ugly fuckers too.
They're ugly as fuck too. Okay, what did you want? Intelligence 10.
10.
Yeah, at least I didn't pick the Griffin. That's a 2. That's a dumb bitch. God damn. Griffins are dumb as shit. Why are Pegasus so smart compared to these other ones? Holy shit.
They're celestials.
They're
Well,
probably
Periton's a 9
self-aware.
base.
They can definitely feel pain.
It
Goddamn.
can definitely feel pain. It will probably be pissed off the next time you summon it.
So the Pegasus is literally just good for flying and flying fast because it doesn't do any damage. Both the Periton does more damage but has less health. And the Griffin's just dumb as fuck.
I mean, Nemo is basically a sociopath with the summons.
It's true. I mean, the Pegasus he knows this is for good, so it's fine. It's for the good of the people.
Is there anything you do about the scrying orbs before y'all decide to experiment? Or does anybody even think about the fact that you're being spied on?
Fucking hell, do I have to dispel these stupid
You don't
things
have
again?
to. I'm just asking. Nobody mentioned
I'm going
them.
I'm going to. God damn it. Screwing orbs. Alright. I'm gonna find a way to stealthily get rid of these things again.
So, I mean, you can leave them and just let everybody know what your plans are.
No.
I shouldn't have said anything, honestly. I don't think
You really
Austin would
should-
have said anything, nor Silas. I'm just really
No,
nice.
you wouldn't. No.
No. You are really nice.
She really is. But she's got to keep this thing on track as Tim finds ways to blow it up with Pegasus.
You never know. 10 minutes later I could summon another one. We just keep throwing bombs at this motherfucker.
So,
Actually, it would disappear at that point, I
it
think.
would.
The bomb just falls into a neighborhood. Oh, fuck.
Bless. Bless you.
Oh, man.
Are you done exploding?
Did you hear that, or was I?
No,
muted?
no. I just saw you.
Okay,
I'm watching you guys.
I was just making sure.
So
I summon a spirit that assumes the form of a loyal, majestic mount. It's loyal. I'm sorry, buddy.
I would like to summon a flump. We all know what happens to those.
Yeah.
So as the night goes on and y'all are working on your plans, the 2 orbs are dispelled. I will say, however, because I am the one who mentioned it, that it was after you started describing the plans, and then you were like, fuck, we're being watched, this probably isn't smart. Roll stealth. Or sleight of hand. Or you wanted to try and do it. So you begin experimenting. And it does take a while. This is not something you've done before. And this could be a game-changing breakthrough. I'm glad that you're able to do it. However, experiments... I see that. 11 and an 8.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah, you were totally secretive about that. You're like, oh, fuck! And I'm like, wait!
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it Nimu doing this thing, or is it
No, he was
Nimu
dispelling the
helping
things.
Yahweh, or oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm doing the dispelling. I'm trying to get rid of them.
I made him roll sleight of hand to try and hide the spell, and he rolled an 11.
I'm watching scrap wood burning off, flying down below.
Yes. So, small fires, like little meteorites, burning through the atmosphere, but just through the clouds. The clouds do begin to form up over the ship itself. And it's a slow process, as all, like 4 of the different Severius members are cycling, trying to add as much power as they can to the ship. As little fire bombs fly off the ship. And there's a little concern about it, but that's okay. All of the guards are rotating as well throughout the hours, as the hours go by, to make sure that the bolts are ready at all times. And I will say everybody except maybe Eoway gets a long rest.
That's fine by
I would-
me.
Okay.
I would. I don't want to take a long rest before I do a couple things. That's cool.
Tell me what you're doing.
I want to talk to the person who went outside and like push the thing to go faster, like use magic or whatever to make the elemental stronger.
Okay.
I want to go like question them about how did you accomplish this? What are you doing to assist the ship to go faster? I'd like to learn at least the theory of it.
So it's Jovita from the enchantments. Okay, so any elemental spells I have, I am just constantly funneling that energy into the aeropacitors as often as I can. But it's a slow process because we can't just burn everything at once. Otherwise, there's no point to it, and we can't cycle every 10 minutes. So it's just cast a spell, you wait for the speed to go back to what it was or begin to degrade, and then you cast another one and another one. But instead of completing the spell, you're literally just offering the pool of mana that you would have to the engine, to the aeropacitor, and to the elemental. But obviously, it's a finite amount.
Of course, I studied necromancy, as you may know. I'm not sure if it would be acceptable use for me to assist or not, but if I can offer any assistance, I will.
Do you have any elemental-based spells?
Would I know, like, necromancy is not really considered elemental, right?
Not elemental.
It has to be
at all.
like fire, water, or whatever.
Yeah. Like, you haven't seen Aramis up there. Probably haven't even seen Cohen up there. I'm like looking at all the schools trying to decide who would have any elemental spells at their disposal. But not everybody is cycling, because not everybody is going to have elemental spells.
Right. I say no, basically.
Okay. Yeah, she would assume. Otherwise, she probably would have asked you to help.
Is it damaging to the elemental to use its energies like this? Perhaps I could offer, some sort of healing to the entity itself.
The elemental is weakened after every hour we're in the air. By the time that we land, we will be switching ships, or you will be switching ships to go back to the archipelago, because he will need to recover. But I don't know if there's actually any healing you can do. They're able to recover their pool of magic from everywhere. We're just draining it much faster than he can recover it.
I understand this. Fortunately, I do not think it will be much help unless there's, damage being done or something to the ship, possibly. But I'll be on standby just in case anyone needs assistance at the same.
I greatly appreciate the offer, and hopefully we'll be able to make it. Is there anything anybody else wants to do before we finish that first night?
Nope, my steed stays summoned until I dismiss it, so I'd be giving him a pep talk. Sorry, buddy. You're so loyal and great.
Do I at least get a short rest?
You can have a short rest, yes.
Cool.
I would say, as soon as you finish the prototype, like a working prototype, you can take a short rest, because Eureka, you got it. And we can even time that so that your short rest ends about the same time everybody wakes up. Nice, is there anything you wanted to do?
No, I think for the sake of time, I wouldn't narrate it, but I'd definitely be Nemu's behaving pretty brashly in my eyes. So, as he's going into the room to try to stealth in to remove the cameras, I'm like, they already see you. Turning them off now is just going to draw more attention.
Yeah, but I don't want them there in the future either. They need to be gone just in case I don't know. It seems like they shouldn't be there,
So
Brian follows a person, though. It's not going to stay in that room necessarily.
Yeah, it'll be following specific people.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure, nobody gets spied on, It's all for good. The bomb is even for good, but,
What bomb?
It's not a bomb. It's more of a rock.
I'm saying this would be the kind of conversations we'd have during this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got this I'm not going to say spirit specifically. I've got this the spell I can do that creates a fake creature. Oh, not fake, shit. A creature that's not alive necessarily. And we're going to strap something highly explosive to its back and send it after the thing that's trying to kill people.
Ari's damn, bro. Ari understands.
Was that the conversation I overheard? Don't we think it's as likely to be a chunk of lava in the air as it is to be a creature that needs to be exploded?
Potentially, but even if it's a chunk of lava and it's coming towards people, I don't know, maybe we can stop it. It's kind of like the idea of shooting a nuke towards an asteroid. NASA does it.
Huh. So I wouldn't try to persuade him to go any other way. I would just provide commentary.
Yeah, I just, it's for good. I'm not doing it to, whatever. It's to try to save lives, After everything that happened, I don't want any good people going to the place you came from, because it kind of sucks. They can't go anywhere after that.
Can you promise me that if we do end up downing this creature and have to fight it on the surface, you say "Welcome to Avon," and then punch it in the face?
I can, yes.
Okay, thank you. It's an Independence Day reference.
Welcome to Avonvon,
Yeah.
bitch.
Why can't you punch it with your mage hand?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I didn't want to interrupt. Here, I have it. This is the one thing I will add during this part. There he is.
It looks like sperm with a hand.
Wait, where did we put this?
I would
Where am
ask
I-
if it's AI generated,
where
but
am
I'm
I
not
looking?
gonna.
No,
No, that's definitely not AI generated.
I drew that up in MS Paint. I just grabbed a mage hand.
AI can do a
picture.
lot better than that.
I was just saying, it's definitely not AI.
That is terrible.
That's so good. I love
Fucking terrible.
it. Dude, that's high quality art.
Just the shape of the eyes is like the worst part.
It's
Why are
great.
your eyes melting?
Great.
Yeah, because I'm a spirit. I don't actually have eyes.
It's so funny.
You know.
Yeah, they're moving. I see what he did. They're like,
He's
he's animating them.
Yeah.
Salvador Dali eyes.
Yes. Okay, so
I would like to also corral Nemu for a second and be like, "Did you get rid of the orbs? Can you
Yeah,
still see?"
No, they're gone. I didn't want anybody else being spied on.
Can you come with me to the railing or like a private place? Maybe like on
Sure.
the top of the deck where there's like not many people around.
Okay.
Just cover me and make sure no one overhears us. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to send a message. And I cast sending and send a message to Morgan. I'll say, "We are airborne, but potentially being chased. Trying to beat the entity to council. Send word if anything changes." That's it.
Aramis
Looks clear to me, buddy.
pokes his head out of the main cabin and looks at you. I am well aware, son. Thank you. And sends you a message back as like Aramis's mouth barely moves.
I was just checking. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's just like
I totally did that on purpose.
that is so funny.
I'm confused. What just happened?
Well, I still wasn't 100%
Cold
sure
out
that
here.
he was being controlled by my boss guy or actually was my boss guy, but now I'm 100% sure it actually is my boss guy, is Aramis.
Okay. All right.
But he's disguising himself as Aramis for whatever reasons.
Okay.
Nemu,
That
roll
was totally worth the
intelligence for
spell
me.
slot.
It was worth the
Roll
spell slot. That was
intelligent.
good. What? Wait, once again, should I be a benevolent DM?
It's your campaign.
If Nemu saw him poke his head out after because I have to say the message out loud, so he heard me send the message, right?
Yeah,
Sending.
Nemu heard you send the message. But here's my thing. Dorus, you were like, scrying orbs follow certain people, right? Yeah. And then nobody was like, well, who the fuck were they following?
I mean, I assumed we'd figure that out at some point.
Okay, never mind. Don't roll.
I mean, who the fuck are they following?
Oh, now you want to know.
Yeah, if he went
It's a
back
mystery.
into the room
So-
to dispel them, he would, it would have to be someone in that room or himself.
Yeah, so I mean, I immediately did think that, but then I just felt like I was on the Nemu ride. I didn't want to put any more brakes on the Nemu ride, so
But you're
I was-
there. You're part of everything he does.
That's right.
Don't be afraid to put brakes on because we like to hear Nice's voice sometimes. I'm just saying.
That's true. Even if you do look like a sperm.
With fingers.
Yep.
Also, I don't think this is our first time being scryed on, like ourselves. If it is one of us, I would not be surprised.
I feel like
My
we're
question
well
is who
acquainted
put
with
him on the
scrying
ship?
spell.
Okay, so
Yeah, I think my feeling right now is I don't really care. Like
Okay.
I'm just trying to get rid of them. We don't really have the time to. Like we've got so much shit going on. We've got bombs to make.
Okay.
Worlds to save. We're gonna. Dude. You know what we should have done? We should have taken the steed, put somebody on it, flown it to the object, and then put a bomb on the object by drilling a hole into the middle of it.
okay.
It's a creature. I'm
It's fine.
assuming.
Bruce Willis did it. I don't see what the problem is.
So,
Yeah.
anything else
We're
before the
gonna
next?
ignore that little. fact.
Anything else before the next morning? And I mean, I'm a huge Bruce Willis fan. So, are you turning into Bruce Willis? Is Nemo going to be Bruce Willis? This is just concerning on multiple levels.
No, I'm not. No, because unlike Bruce, I'm not going to die on a rock trying to blow it up. I'm sending my steam into that for me.
So you're gonna just duct tape your loot to the back of your shirt so that
That's right.
when the other bard's like, you can't play a song, you're like, make my day.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
Nemu isn't gonna be Bruce Willis. He's just gonna be NASA sending Bruce Willis there.
That's right. Yeah. I'm more the I'm the one in charge. You know.
Gotcha.
I ain't no dumb bitch flying to an asteroid. It's a
But that's-
one-way trip.
That's
right?
literally that's what he did.
Oh, I know. Dumbass.
It's like literally the only movie he died in. Okay. So. It is.
Next morning.
Next morning, everybody.
Yeah, I'll just say we set up like a watch system too, so that
Okay.
at least one of our group needs to be up all night long.
Yeah.
I don't
At
have to
different
sleep.
times.
Yeah, I don't have to sleep, so I can just do that.
Oh yeah. So I would tell you then, nice to see if you can if you notice anybody trying to maybe set up those orbs again. If you don't have to sleep, like try to be stealthy and see if there's anybody on the ship that's setting up those scrying orbs. Just
Okay.
so we can figure out maybe if there's somebody on the ship that put them there, or if they were put there before we got on it.
Okay.
You can cast scry from anywhere, I think, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be
there's-
on the like nearby or anything.
You cast it from a range. You don't have to have someone cast it for you.
Yeah, but it's still like, well, if he's gonna be awake, you know.
Yeah, it just has to be on the same plane of existence. Cast scry on
I'll just
somebody.
look out for shady behavior.
Um,
I'm confused.
the orbs are invisible. They are like spectral in nature. So,
Yeah, I think what you're wondering is if someone has to place the orb, and the answer to that is no. The orb can just be conjured into existence.
yeah. No, the scrying orb itself is invisible.
No, I totally get that. I think my point is like, wouldn't they still have to know where they're putting it?
Yeah.
Would they still have to like know the object is there and see it's there?
No, they have to know the person they're casting it on.
Yep.
And
Okay.
it follows them within 10-foot radius of that person forever.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
duration
I'm
of the
pretty
spell.
sure you can cast it on location too.
All right.
Yep.
That's been, I think the first campaign was the last time I ever screwed around with scrying, so. Cool.
Or you can have an item that is magically imbued to scry on people, which just casts scrying. Okay, next morning. Everybody awakes to EOA literally leaned up against a corner, pieces of like wood and stone around him, just pass the fuck out. It looks like he has been up all night. Nice, you would know this. He has been up all night until about an hour ago, working on his plan. However, after giving many small villages and cities a fireworks show, he did figure it out. And it does seem like it will be successful.
What is the like physical thing that he's made? Like, can I see what he made? No?
Basically, I think what I made was basically if the Griffin or Pegasus just flies into the thing, it just triggers the rune.
Okay.
But the thing itself is just like a fire rune and a hold rune put together.
Mm-hmm. I just like put it onto like a piece of cloth or something.
Cool. I love it.
So what's great about this is now you know how hard it is to interweave runes. and what a marvel the fucking weave is. Like, it's crazy.
God could have made that.
Yeah, seriously. That's only 2. How the fuck? So morning comes, and the first thing you hear is upstairs. Now, you make your way upstairs into the main quarters where the map is, and you see that there has been a small trajectory change of whatever it is that's flying over Raleigh. It just kind of turned just a slight bit and is now on a collision course with you guys. So, Pegasus, bomb. What are you telling the Pegasus?
You've been a loyal steed for the one day that I've had you.
They talk. I really want them to be able to talk.
I mean,
Here's
you're
some-
the DM. You can decide.
I can cast tongues on it if you want.
It can speak common only to me.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
I could tell it what language I want it to be able to communicate with. So, here's your gear, your special gear that we talked about, and I just need you to fly straight towards an unknown object.
I really hope
then-
it tells you to fuck off and leaves.
and then
Fly
And
the
then
other way.
we will blow up said object. And then when you come back, I'll give you all sorts of Pegasus carrots.
Pegasus don't eat carrots.
Everything that's a horse eats carrots. Leave me alone.
No, if you want the Pegasus to believe, you say something like ambrosia.
And
You
what's
need golden
ambrosia?
apples.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of heavenly things. I haven't been to heaven. I was in the shallows.
How many
Faith in
conversations do you have going on in your head at once?
Excuse me?
I'm just saying, like, it seems to me that you're having a couple of different conversations and some of it is overlapping to me.
Hello, Mr. Pegasus, ma'am.
Yeah, hi.
Oh, so there are 2 of you in one head. Now it just makes sense.
Not in one head. You're not smart enough to know what's going on.
Oh, and you think you
And-
are smarter than I?
No, but you have to obey what I tell you, you stupid horse.
You are fucking correct.
You know,
And
this
next
isn't-
time you want to summon one of us, I'm sending fucking Karen.
And Karen's good. Karen's great for this job.
Because I thought this was going to be great, because I wouldn't have to fucking work because you have wings too, but no. Here I am,
I mean, when you put it
being
that way,
flown into an unknown object with a fucking bomb.
to be honest with you, I didn't expect you to actually have like a personality or anything. This is kind of weird now.
And, other voice, are you doing okay in here? Because I can tell you it's a fucking disaster.
I have my own room.
Oh, okay, good. Good.
Yeah, I came in here one time, but then he has like a thought police or something, and she told me to not do that anymore.
Oh, well, I guess I'm glad I'm just a visitor on only a speaking level.
Is there? Wait, hold on. Is there a way that I can ask for you to come back and then we can?
No, that's not the way this contract fucking works.
And then we can like frolic through the woods and you can enjoy.
I don't want to
Boy.
frolic. I wanted a vacation.
Well, you're getting a permanent one. It's fine.
That's not how this works either.
It's not. Just when you go back to your boss, just let him know it was to save a lot of
You're
lives.
assuming I have a boss. This isn't a boss, like, employee
Well,
situation. This is a you summoned something and you got me.
When you go back to whatever god is on whatever plane you came from. I'm just saying, like, just be aware that this could potentially save a lot of lives, and we appreciate your service. Here's a pen.
Anyway, you may not be able to hear this conversation, but it looks very familiar.
It's like intense.
Yes, the behavior of this Pegasus is very familiar.
Yeah.
Is this a physical creature or is it like a ethereal like being of some sort?
It just says spirit.
So that would be ethereal.
Yeah.
So would it count as a creature as the target of a spell?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah. Let me double check.
it would. I'm super familiar with ethereal because of researching dice.
Gotcha.
Okay. I walk up to the creature and I pet it on the back and then notice I can't actually probably pet it. But I like rub where its skin would be.
Well, you
And
can
I
ride
say-
them, so I guess it would be kind of physical, though. It would like have a physical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try and pet it on the wing then. And I say,
See, somebody has real appreciation.
I just talk over it because I can't hear it.
Yeah.
We appreciate the assistance you are giving us, my friend, and you will be remembered greatly. And I say, Halashia Shmerti. I cast Death Ward on it.
Oh.
So it can drop to 0 hit points once and come back from it right away.
Reading this too, it says the mount disappears temporarily when it drops to 0 hit points or when you dismiss it as an action. Casting the spell again resummons the bonded mount. Resummons it.
Nope. Just giving my contract to Kieran.
You're coming back.
Nope.
But either what this will do is if he gets shot down before he gets there, he can keep going. Or if he hits the thing, he can get the fuck out of there.
There's no way you're getting out of this, even if you die on the way there.
No, I'm just trying to help the guy get
could
there
literally have a
or
heart
get out of
attack.
there.
You're not getting out of blowing yourself up.
No, that's what I'm saying. If he hits
Yeah,
the boat, blows it up like he's supposed to, then he'll just come back to life. He can fly away. He'll be fine.
Yeah, there you go. See, you won't feel anything. It'll be instant. You'll save lives, and then you'll come right back.
But
I'm
I
pretty
think more
sure-
likely he'll like burn up on approach or something and then die. But that's my guess.
I'm pretty sure when the Pegasus vanishes in that split second, she's getting traded out with Karen.
Handing my fucking contract over.
No, it's fine. We're gonna be great friends. This is a really shitty way to meet somebody, I guess.
You didn't even
My
bother to
name's-
talk to me all fucking night. You know I don't sleep.
I didn't know you could talk. It's kind of weird now.
You didn't even ask her what her name was.
No, not was, is. Not past tense.
I can so see Nemu talking about this all out loud, and you just hear snorts coming from this creature and grunts. And you still haven't asked their name?
Yeah. What is your name anyway?
Not gonna fucking give it to you. Because then
Okay.
if you try to call back and
It's
you
a
say
weird
my
name.
fucking name, then I can't give over my contract, can I? Because then it's my name.
I've got bad news for you.
There's no bad news. You can't give me any more bad news. You're sending me to my fucking death.
No, it's fine.
It still hurts.
I doubt it. In this case.
Look, we want to try something new, and everybody's like, sign up for this program where you get to help the material realm, and it's going to be great. You'll see new things that you could have never imagined. And then
That's
you
where
get
you went
summoned
wrong.
by a flying creature, and you're like, yeah, I get a vacation because I won't have to carry around his fat ass this whole time. And then he just straps a bomb to you and sends you off after a fucking meteor to die. Can we get this over with?
Jesus Christ, you're a mouthy horse. Here's your package.
Oh, just Nemo just downplaying her death like that. It's like it's
package.
nothing.
I almost regret bringing this up, but understanding this bond you have with your, and I'll like look between them, your steed, faithful steed. Perhaps we could also a small request of reconnaissance, like when we bring you back, you could like share your last few moments with us and what you saw.
That's a good
I
idea.
don't take
could-
requests from Pendant Boy.
Wow. You know, Pendant Boy has a name.
Well, well, nobody here has a fucking name because I don't want to be attached to any of you.
I'm gonna just call you Susan.
Fuck
What
you.
did I do?
I know a
I
Susan.
can't hear it, but
Yeah. You can hear him.
You can be
Anyway.
contacted by name. You must really hate Karen by saying her name.
Everybody hates Karen. It's a known fact.
That's true.
In every realm, it goes across all realms and universes.
You know, the longer we talk, the closer this thing gets, which just
I
means
know,
y'all
get
are
up.
more likely to
Let's
die
get going.
instead of me. So let's keep going.
You're a spirit. You don't die. Did they tell you how that works?
Yeah, I go back.
And then you come right back to me.
Oh, fuck. I'm canceling my contract. I told you I'm selling it.
Okay, whatever you want to do. I need you to get going.
Okay. Let me go blow up a meteor because that works.
Well, we'll find out, I guess.
what is the
Well,
damage on this
way-
rune? Like a 2d6 or something?
With the way the rune works, you're more grappling yourself to it.
You what? And she just turns to you and just.
Doris like shrugs and looks over. He's like, "You could have left that part out."
Did he just say that I'm gonna be attached to the front of this thing? Is that even gonna?
Very briefly. Very briefly.
Is that gonna do anything? I don't understand. So we're just both gonna be flying towards you. Ari's rip. Oh, good. So we'll just both be hurtling at you at ungodly
Oh,
speeds while I'm
Jesus.
strapped to the front of a meteor.
You're giving me a headache. Get out of here.
No, we're not okay. Fuck! And she flies off.
You guys have like infinite range telepathy. I'm just asking for a friend.
No, just a mile.
She's just complaining the whole time. On her entire flight out for a mile. This fucking boy with wings could have strapped himself to this bomb and then been attached to a meteor and it would have done the same fucking thing as me. Somebody else could have been like, it's okay, it's just one time. We won't do it again. You want to know why? Because you'll be fucking dead.
If we could have done it to Nice when he come back.
I'm like actually crying.
Does Nice have a fly speed?
I have a flight speed, but I don't have that sort of range. I can go 36 feet away from you, and then I'm
I guess I could have done it myself.
Yes, that's what they're saying.
Just ended my own existence.
Okay. Yes, it is pastime. However, we will say, on the map, you watch as this line continues. And it is a couple of hours that everybody is standing around stressed, watching this line. What is the save on this?
On what?
The hold.
The Holderin,
Hmm?
it is a 15.
Why is there a save? What's the save for?
For the
Holderin.
activation.
Oh,
yeah, to blow it up.
damn! I didn't know there was a save. This is even a sure bet. Fuck.
Well, basically,
Getting a bug on the windshield effect.
the fire rune / hold rune basically just restrains yourself to it, the rune.
What
My
The
kind of
holder
intention was
holds
that
it
the-
on the horse, and then the horse has like proximity, basically sensor thing.
And it's a con save?
Which part? The flame or the hold?
The hold.
Yes. Con.
That is a 13. As you watch this line, it suddenly stops. As you continue speeding through the air. Now, the fire is a what?
The save for that?
Mm-hmm.
It's Dex.
Is it half on save?
I don't think it just doesn't work.
Okay. What about your friend?
You do take two.
What
you
about
do-
my friend?
You do take fire damage.
Okay. How much fire damage?
8.
Need the stats of his. They need to make a con save and a dex save as this thing goes off.
Sorry, it is strength for the fire.
They rolled an 18. Con and dex.
So they are paralyzed.
So is the Pegasus. Okay.
Well, my
And then
intention
strength.
was that the Pegasus would be able to like control the movement of this creature.
So like blow it up on the side of it to like make it go left or whatever. That kind of control.
Basically, it's grappled to the Pegasus now, and now the Pegasus controls where it goes.
There's a big size difference, and the Pegasus failed both their saves.
Hmm.
And the Pegasus also takes 13 lightning damage, as well as the fire damage. The fire damage is for a fail. How much was the fire damage?
There is no saving throw for the fire. It just
Okay.
happens.
So 8 damage.
It is 8.
All right, and then every round that the Pegasus is attached to this creature, it takes an additional 13 fucking lightning damage. So, you continue your trajectory. And this will give you enough time to make it before the creature does. It will not intercept the ship. You will make it to the octagon. To the conclave. And the creature will have to try and catch up. By the time you reach the conclave, everybody that can aid the elemental has and is completely fucking drained. And you have about an hour before this creature catches up to you.
So as we're sailing past the creature, do we just hear the Pegasus yelling profanities? Just stuck to this?
It's on.
I mean-
It's being held. Like it can't move.
And it was behind us, right? It was trying to intercept.
Yeah, it was trying to intercept you guys. So there is no sound because it's stunned. It's immobile. So we don't need the ship for battle, which means I'll have to move everybody else to a landing platform, which is fine. But well done. That was amazing and fun.
It's a cool ship.
Yeah, it is a cool ship. Would have been fun to have a
I mean,
fight
we
on.
can still have a ship battle. We're just on a dock now.
Mhm. For sure. And I'm gonna do a roll in the background to see how fast it breaks 3.
If we just ram the ship into it when it gets
13
here.
on die. Oh, that. So you're
Boarding,
gonna kill the
boarding
Pegasus
maneuver or whatever.
and the elemental.
I assume
Got
the
it.
Pegasus is going to be dead by the time it gets here in an
Oh,
hour.
for sure. The Pegasus is definitely gonna die. Nemu would have heard a pop in the back of his head as the thing just severed connection. But I will build a new map for next week. But that was brilliant. I love shit like this. Wait. Anyway, that's all I got. So, as everybody is putting as much energy as they can into this elemental, there's a few hours left before you dock. And it is just a scramble, as everybody is trying to send messages with as many spell slots as they have left, trying to contact everybody at the conclave, trying to get as much set up as possible for this creature. Nobody knows if the creature is alone, if it has other things that is on it. And there's going to be another event right before you pre-prepare. So, good times. Great oldies. And if y'all think of anything else that you want to blow up before, you dock, let me know. And apparently, EOA now has a glyph rune that...
I have a fuse rune.
Yes. Great. Which you will need to name. And we'll have to say it's a once per day thing.
Well,
Yes.
don't I have to use both the fire and the hold rune
Oh,
at the
yeah,
same time?
that's true. So, yeah. So it would just blow both of those.
Cool,
That makes
thanks
sense.
For the game.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Short, sweet, and to some strange points.
Could you use that as like a trap, like leave it in a doorway or something?
Yeah, that's what
Or
I
is
was
it-
thinking. Like, if I put it
Okay.
onto like an explosive barrel, and like if we're running down like a hallway or something, I just leave it in the middle of the hallway. They run by and get exploded.
Cool.
So fucking dangerous. I love it. It's going to be great. Well, yay,
You know, what'd be
Tailspire.
really funny is if someone gets to manage to be grappled and then explodes right onto them.
Yeah. Yep. That's kind of how I picture it. Lots of blood, lots of bits and pieces flying. And maybe suspended in air because bits and pieces automatically fail.
I'm pretty sure if you're paralyzed, you automatically failed anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I just need to make a note of what it does. So it's a con. Try not to ask you every time I cast it. Anyway, that was interesting. Yeah, that was entertaining. So we'll see what happens when you dock. Oh my gosh, so ridiculous.